It's Saturday. See what I did there? Saturday. Saturday. I'll shut up now. So went agate hunting in far West Texas. I didn't record it. Sorry, I just didn't. I went there for the experience. Next time I go, which will be soon in the next few months, I will record. I came back with 245 pounds of agates loaded up, and we're gonna cut some of the bigger ones today. And we have a bunch to cut. Some of them have some opal. Yeah, there's some pink opal there. And we've got some beautiful jasp agates. They're almost painted. Beautiful petroidals. Some huge petroidals. More opal. I mean, some gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So let's load some stuff up and let's get to cutting. All right, we're gonna start with the best. I think it's gonna be the best, at least. This almost 7 pound petroidal agate. And the colors in here are just ridiculous. There's so many reds that are popping off everywhere. And this thing's just massive. We've got some beautiful red banding. A little bit of druze in there too. So who knows what this thing's gonna have, but we're gonna start slabbing her up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked about this reveal. This is my big, almost 7 pound petroidal agate from the Coconut 06 Ranch in West Texas. Oh my, wow. All right, I gotta start getting some slabs and we'll get that out in some sunlight to take a look. Wow. Check this out. That is a work of art. How beautiful. I have never seen any kind of combination of things like this. The beautiful black agate outlining at the top to go with the red banding going all around it. All of the little plumes running up through here with the big red pockets. Oh, that's just spectacular. I can't wait to go get some slabs of this. That is gorgeous. All right, this is the next one we'll load up. It's another big boy. Got some chalcedony pockets showing through over here. Got a lot of quartz showing through everywhere else. So I don't know how this one will turn out, but we're gonna get it loaded up and see. So our big agate showed a lot of quartz on the outside, and I figured we're probably gonna have a big quartz core. Cut the base off the bottom, and we got some really pretty reds in there. And of course we see some agate and the big quartz core. And so I decided to split it in half. And it came out really cool. We've got some very pretty geode cavities up in there. I thought that turned out very pretty. All right, so next up is this monster agate. It's probably close to, I don't know, 8 pounds, maybe a little bit more. But we've got a ton of potential for plume. Don't know if we'll get any banding or not, but let's see if we can get some big faces on this. All right, let's check out our agate. Look at the yellow plumes in that beauty. Man, those are some beautiful yellow and orange plumes. So that's what's left on the host rock. We got a little red band down there, along with some yellow banding to go with the black. So that's the rest of the host rock. We're gonna put it in the keto litter for a minute, get some of that oil off, and let's look at some of the slabs. Man. Yeah, that's stunning. Beautiful slab number 1. Don't be sleeping on this Texas agate. A lot of people don't think of agates in Texas, but far West Texas, that is where it is at. Kind of a Milky Way of a A galaxy running right through the middle of that slab. That may just be polished. Just as a cab like that, or as a slab, polished as a slab. I can talk, I promise. That is way cool. Beautiful. The other side looks completely different. How about that? Beautiful plumes though. See if I can get a little zoom on that. Really pretty. And then our end piece, our initial first cut. Again, so pretty. These colors, blues, yellows, oranges, blacks, reds. And that agate is so pretty. And since this saw oil is already so redded up as it is, this red and orange and yellow agate, little quartz core down at the bottom, this will be a good one for this saw here. We're not going to red this one up anymore. It's already red as it is. Okay, so I've actually been cutting slabs for quite a while now. And I've just kind of got them compiled. Instead of showing you guys one by one, I'm going to show them kind of all together here. Look at the autumn-like colors in this one. Those West Texas agate plume that can just be so colorful. I'm going to slab one. Look at that. Oh, Alita's gonna make some amazing cabochons. Reds, oranges, yellows, whites, blues. Slab number 2. Nice little jersey pocket up in the middle there. Slab number 3. Beautiful stuff, and we still got so much of this hose trunk left too. So we've got a lot more to slab and cab on in the future. Now let's look at our big vitroidal. So we already saw our end piece, and I just dropped the other end piece in the oil. So here is the other end piece. How pretty. So if I can get a little zoom and a little focus. Beautiful reds and pinks and greens. That's just pretty. And so then we've got a few little pieces of slab that broke off that are going to be perfect for cabochons. Awesome, vibrant colors. Another little piece. Again, going to be a perfect little cabochon. And then we got our bigger slabs. So pretty. Slab number 1, this slab number 2, much bigger, more bigger. Those bright red pockets in there. Beautiful, beautiful pink plume. Next slab. Yeah, I thought I was going to get a lot more cut today, but I didn't anticipate doing so many slabs of the same rocks. But that's a great problem to have. And the last slab here. Again, how pretty is that? Just wild looking. Beautiful banding up in there too. Can't wait to get these things cut out into cab form and polished up. think they're just gonna end up so stunning. All right, so it's the next day. Made all these cuts on all these slabs, and I figured let's go ahead and make one into a cabochon. So I've taken the time to actually do all of these preform drawings, stencils, on the cuts I've made. There's a couple of Montanas there. We'll pull these off to the side. And I figured we'll cut a few of these out and see if we can't get a cab done. That would be a nice pretty one to do today, as would that. Oh, but look at that. I think that's the one we'll do today. Got one on the back side here too. We'll cut both these out. We'll see about working on a few of these. Okay, so I got 4 preforms all cut up, so now I need to go put them in the kitty litter, get all this oil off there. All right, now that we got our 4 preforms all done up, we're gonna take a couple of these, probably these 2, start on. We'll work on this one right now to start, and we'll start shaping and make a cab. First things first, let's get all the excess off the edges around where I've traced. Is our shaped preform that we're going to start rounding down on the edges now. I went ahead and did the pre-shape on the other one while I was at it, just to go ahead and get it done. All right, time to take this one now from the 80 grit wheel and move it over to the 240 hard grit wheel to shape this out around the edges, round out the dome. .240 hard wheel done. We are rounded out, shaped out. I'm gonna let this dry, make sure I don't have any leftover saw marks hiding in there. My dog will stop licking the tripod while I'm trying to record. So I go. And from there we will move over to the soft 280 wheel. This is exactly why it's so important to let your pieces dry out in between stages, or dry them out. See these scratch marks, right? Scratch marks that are right there going across. Those are going to be really difficult to get out with that 280 soft wheel. So I need to go back over those with the 240 hard wheel before I move on. So just make sure, dry your piece out. It'll save you a lot of time. Moving over to the 280 soft wheel. Here we're just going to really kind of shape out the few rough edges that are still left from that 240 hard wheel, and that'll get some of these bigger scratches out. This is probably the most important wheel. It's the one that gets used the most often and replaced the most often as well. What I'm doing right now is I'm feeling so I can sense where any small imperfections or divots may be, and I can work them out. So there's little bitty, and you can feel, you get 2 fingers on it, you can sense a difference in one side versus another. Kind of see what needs to be touched up and adjusted. Because between this stage and the next stage, any imperfections you have will really start to jump out. And so you want to get this 3rd stage about as perfect as you can get it. Make sure to really work the top of your cabochon as well. the part that actually gets neglected the most, and the part that ends up staying scuffed when you go to polish it. And then after I've worked the top again, I kind of roll back down the side so I don't have any ridges. We keep those corners very rounded. Alright, let it dry out and see if we can see anything that needs to be addressed before we go on to the 600 soft wheel. Now, very few cabochons are ever going to be absolutely perfect, but this is after the third stage, which is the 280 soft wheel, and you can see I've got a little bit of ridging right here, right there. You see a little ridge, which I can smooth that out a little bit better on the 280 soft wheel, and again right here in this corner too, a little bit of ridging there as well. Otherwise, this is very rounded off, and I've gotten all of the scratches out that I can get out, other than a little bitty pitting which is on there, which I'm not going to go any further to dig into the stone deeper to get that little pitting out. But otherwise, it's ready to move on to the next one. So I'm going to go just kind of smooth these out, and then we'll move on to the next stage. And I actually went ahead and shaped out the other one as well. And we'll go ahead and get these both polished here on this one video. And you can see it's just about ready to move on to stage 3. We've still got some of the original scratches that I really need to go back to stage 2 to get out here on the rim. But I'm not too worried about that because I'm going to end up setting this, and that's going to be covered anyway with a wire wrap or a silver setting. So the only thing I'm going to do is kind of come touch up this area right here where you see a little bit of that ridging, and then we'll go on to the 600 wheel and commence to the pre-polish, polish, and finish up. Time to move on to the 600 soft wheel. We got our 1500 pre-polish, our 3000 polish, and then we will also use some polishing agent on these to get them mirror shiny. Okay, so here we are after the fourth stage, the 600 soft wheel, and you see they've already got a nice shine to them even before I put them on the pre-polish or get them on the polish. So we are looking good, ready to go to the next stage. Ready to hit the 1500 pre-polish soft wheel. After the 1500 pre-polish stage, we've already got such an amazing shine. It's gonna finish out. On to the final polish wheel before we actually hit it with some polishing agent on the Dremel. Here they are after the 3000 polish wheel. You see they've already got a bright shine and reflection on them. So now we're just gonna put some polishing diamond paste on them with the Dremel. Do a 6000 grit, and then a 12,000 and a 40,000, and we will be done. Of course, after the phone died on me in the middle of recording, I didn't know it as I'm recording it, but that's all right. But I am all done. 40,000 grit polish. That is cab number 1. There's number 2. Really appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and watching. Hope you learned something good. If you've got something you can show or teach me, please share in the comments. I'll be getting back out to West Texas soon, and I will record when I go back out there. But I appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you soon.